Good afternoon, class. So today is 11th of February, and we will have to cover the current affairs of today. The first news is related to both sides are discussing from the Pangong Lake in the South China Sea. Now, this is the first step of any disengagement that we are currently have at our juncture after the ninth level talks of the commanders on the both side. Now, there have been two or three places where the disengagement is going to happen. There are other issues that are still standing. However, Mr. Rajnath Singh have said in a statement in the parliament that the pre-April 2020 position has been agreed to and over time they will be achieved. So that will actually bring about big bonus for India on the international platform on the and the report that India will receive with respect to the strategic concern and also with respect to the policy. And maybe China will lose strategically on the part of what it wanted to achieve in the Eastern Ladakh. Now, that is one thing that have come in favor of India, you can say. But although there have been death of the 26 soldier, that is a sad news, we can say. Now, there is a secret report from the Russian side which have admitted that there were approximately 42 casualties on the Chinese side also. We are not confirmed about this, neither we have to go into detail regarding this. You just have to remember that there will be coordinated, synchronized and organized disengagement from the points on the either side of the Pangong Lake. So on one side there will be removal of the armored vehicles, on another side there will be removal of the other tents and all other things depending on the agreement that have been provided. Apart from that, there will be surveillance that will be kept with the help of drones, and these particular armor vehicles will go to the base from where they have been called upon. So, for example, if the Indian bases we are talking about, then probably from the region of Ladakh, they might be coming back to Jammu and Kashmir, and they might be coming back to the region of Pathankot and Chandigarh. These are some of the things that you should know. The next one is that Twitter must follow Indians law. This is said by Center. Now, recently, I think you heard about the Twitter and the center government controversy. The center was actually pressing hard on Twitter for basically that the accounts that has been spreading hate in the society be banned, and they were expecting a complete compliance with the type of order that has been issued. But as it has come to Twitter, Twitter has not objected to it directly, but they have said that there will be certain accounts that will be kept open, and these accounts will belong to journalists, the politicians, and they will examine on their own which of the accounts are needed to be closed and which accounts are not. Now, there are two aspects to this particular thing because on one hand there is freedom of expression, and on another hand there is law and order situation. Now, whether the state should be given the control over the intermediaries, that is another thing. Whether the government should be allowed to basically choke anybody in the disguise of Article 19, in the disguise of the law and order situation, and curtail the freedom of expression and speech. So that are other thing. But I think, in my personal opinion, the situation, the Preventive Detention Act is also one kind such of act that is basically to preemptive strike on anything that is about to happen. If there is a certain person who may incite a violence and the government is not uh, capable enough to basically control the law and order situation, if that particular person appeal to the large section of people. So in the time of social media where the reach is uh, exponential and the messages can not reach in just a seconds of time to everybody across India, so it will all become difficult for the government to control law and order situation. So I think personally, in my opinion, the government should be allowed to flag these particular accounts, and the freedom of expression may be temporarily suspended, but the law and order situation could be maintained. And if the person who was about to write something with respect to freedom and expression, the freedom of expression should be upheld by the court. So if there is certain objections, the government have mandated the persons whose account has been blocked, the government can provide another type of, you can say, mechanism, alternative mechanism, that could actually hear the appeals against the laws, and there could be certain courts who will specifically dedicate on the freedom of expression online. So, or type of a tribunal. So that can help also. The next news is SC order status quo on INS Virat dismantling. So INS Virat is the oldest aircraft carrier that we have. Now the dispute is regarding whether to after the decommission, whether to make it a museum as a part of a heritage that has served the Indian Navy for certain years, or the second opinion that is regarding the dismantling of this particular warship, and this case has been filed in the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court has said until unless the decision is arrived, whatever be the companies or the parties that are involved in it should stay on status quo, and they should not maintain any adventures or any forward decisions with respect to the dismantling or making it as a museum. Okay, so now the status quo has been maintained. We are waiting for the decisions of the Supreme Court. The next news is related to Lahul Spiti wants hydro projects in the region scrapped. So there are three or four hydro projects in the region of Lahul Spiti. One is located at Tandi, then Rashil, then Bardang, then Miyar and Chispa. Now these are 4 or 5 hydro projects. Now taking cue from the recent Uttarakhand happening, which have currently claimed and washed away, currently claimed approximately up till this date 32 lives, and the wash away of the Rishiganga 12 megawatt hydro power project has raised the concern in the mind of the people of Lahul Spiti also. Now, how they will react to this? Now, this is a kind of situation that may also happen in India, so you will have to go to the villages, you will have to assure them that all the tests and all the things that are related to with respect to the damage of the environment and the geology, the glacial lakes that are all there, they are being considered, and there is no particular or eminent threat that is upcoming for the people of Lahul Spiti. Otherwise, there will be a lot of loss on the infrastructure, and if these projects are being objected in the tribal areas, then it may create difficulty for the power consumption and also long-term hit with respect to the achievement of the renewable energy that Mr. Modi have fixed at 450 gigawatt from renewable energy by 2030 may also take a hit. So these are the things that needed to be balanced, and the people needed to be assured that their life, property, and infrastructure will be saved. Depending on the scientific regulations, the administration should reach out to them before the protests begin, and they may not be able to listen at front, but over the time they will be understanding if the scientific clauses and all other things will be explained to them. The next one is the disinformation is a cyber security threat. Now this is a very finely written article, two aspects to this particular article. One is the cyber security and another one is the disinformation. When we talk about cyber security, I hope you remember whenever there is a particular type of bug, malware, or anything that is introduced within a particular laptop, the information is shared to from that particular laptop to other laptops also. Now the problem here is he has equated disinformation is also cyber security threat. He have consulted and he have propagated this idea that whenever we are trying to basically deal with the cyber security threat, the disinformation is also using the cyber security threat. So how they work in silos? They work in silos with one another, and with respect to the fact that whenever there is a particular attack of disinformation, they use certain definitive accounts that may also propagate the cyber security and that may compromise, or just for example, there will be certain people from where the tweets would be posted. We have seen the hacking of the certain people. Now that is also posing the cyber security threat. Now the problem with the cyber security that you can upgrade the type of security infrastructure. The security infrastructure can be upgraded at individual level, it can be upgraded at the firewall level, it can be upgraded at the government level, or furthermore it can be also protected by the private agencies that you want to hire or will hire for the operations of your companies and all other. The problem here is the disinformation threat is not somewhere known to be controlled. Now it exploits the cognitive biases and shapes people, perpetuating their prejudices. So whatever they believe, they are propagated with the help of disinformation in a larger manner. For example, if you remember the recent controversy that whether the earth is flat or whether the earth is round, that is one of the part of this particular disinformation propaganda that was ruled across the world, and there were various theories that were propagated regarding in relations to that, and this had created a type of a chain and type of you can say threat in the society with regard to the applicability of the Newton's fundamental law. Now these are some of the things that are going to happen, bound to happen, may create a situation of law and order for the public administration. They may also create propaganda. They can also be used for politics, also be used for celebrities to gain short-term fame, and these are all threats that we need to basically discontinue, because the information is spreading at a very fast manner. Now, what the government can do, government can provide a certain type of checks and balances at every point. There could be a certain agency who will just look out where you can go over there, you can confirm that whether the information is correct or not. But in the real time information, when there are 130 crore people, they all cannot be monitored. But certain section of celebrities could be monitored, but then it will call to a surveillance state. So we will have to find a in between the way where the people, if they are spreading disinformation, they are directly called out, whether by anybody or whether by any agency. That agency needed to be worked unbiased, neither toward the government or neither toward the person who are there. Okay? And so it should be established, for example, that there is Press Trust of India. It is a type of independent body. Similar body for the online regulation can be established. Okay? This is what he have said. And apart from that, he have said that the issue with the deepfakes and the fake news is also another thing that we have to ponder about and ponder our heads about, because that is going to create very much discontent in the society and may harm the nation in the longer run. The next one is the portrait of the peacemaker and scholar. Please read this article. If you are at all interested in why the Muslims of India are suffering now, this you should read. The ideology of peace has been, there were two persons who are there. The basic premise of this particular article is the victimization that Muslims have themselves started off of their particular community should stop, and they should face the reality with respect to the actual condition of the people. Okay, so this is what he have said. The next one is the origin and the spread. So this time the WHO team that is in the state of Wuhan, they have said that it is extremely unlikely to our findings and research that we are currently conducting, that the virus have originated from the lab. There are other sources that we are looking for. So whether it came from the wildlife, whether there is an intermediary that was there, or whether the wildlife was brought into the meat market, these are the other philosophies that we have to deal with. But the origination from the lab is highly unlikely philosophy that has already been given. Please read this article, Islam article, very, very nicely written article. Okay, I will not dictate this. This is only for your understanding that why the Muslims are suffering. You will do this on your own. I have already read it, but you should read. This will help you in making an ideology that what was the ideology of Islam. The ideology of Islam was peace. How the peace was associated and used for the political benefits, for the propaganda benefits. There were certain other people who worked hard for the propagation of the Islam that was viewed by the people. But right now the Muslims are in the need of the plural, multicultural and secular world to accept it. They do not want to accept it. Their philosophy is still coming from that propagation, that whatever the Maulanas will say and staying true to the deen is the only thing that they have to follow. But the things have changed. They must face the reality, or either the propaganda will continue. The next one is the taking the long view with China. Now, what has happened in this particular article is the Asian giants, the philosophy that Mr. Jaishankar has said, that if we are, because the philosophy of both India and China has for the multipolar world. Now, if it is for the multipolar world, the shared prosperity should be there. And there should be a multipolar Asia. Or basically in one line he have said that if we are designing a multipolar world, then multipolar Asia should be the first desirability that we should be looking for. Now he says that both the Asian giants, there are three ways to look at the international policies. Either you are the corporation, either in cooperation with one another, either you are the competitor, or either you are the rival. Right now China should be looked at as a way of a competitor. This is what Mr. Jaishankar have said. It should not be looked in the way of the rival. This is the same philosophy that USA is going to follow against China. And the impact of China as the world power on the world scenario and world politics is going to increase over time. And this has already been admitted by the Chinese foreign policy players who have been dealing with the effects, or having studying the Chinese philosophy, or how they are going to fare in the upcoming times. This is what they have said. Okay, so how we should go about it? The EU is coming closer, that we already know. Then they're in the financial sphere, they are rising their way, and the EU already know, the European Union already know that there may be not much benefit from the West right now, so they will have to look for basically a closer cooperation and a comprehensive cooperation with the Chinese authorities. We have already seen as Mr. Trump have provided a ban in the state of America, the prices in the state of USA have increased manifold. Now, China have made USA dependent. Of course, there is a particular wave that is coming around the world which is looking for an alternatives or multiple supply of sources around the world. But these supply of sources may be temporary. There may be 30 to 40% manufacturing base that will shift out of China, but 70% will still remain in China because the skill set that the Chinese people are looking for, in spite of the pays that have increased, is not nowhere to be found in the world. So either we can target the Chinese authorities with the increasing in the skill set, or either we provide more incentives so that more companies would migrate from the Chinese land to the Indian land. The next one is the denying women the right over the body. So this is medical termination of pregnancy. Now, the recent amendment that is going to be passed by the Rajya Sabha will change the one doctor sign for the termination of pregnancies up to 20-week old, and the two doctor sign for the termination of pregnancy if it is somewhere between 20 to 24 weeks old. Now, regarding that, if there is any other special case, then the medical board will be set up. The whole crux of this article is why the women are not allowed to have control over their body, what they want to have, what they want to not. Now, there could be another counter argument that if the woman does not know specifically that what could harm her body and it may endanger the life of the girl and the woman also, so better to have abortion at the first stages than at the later stages. So that is also just, that is what the government argument is. But when we talk about the other part, this particular right of women over their bodies, I think it is a skewed and flawed argument, because the person who have been married at the age of 18 do not know what type of decision she have to make with her body. So if she decide to abort because of any emotions, because there are certain elements that are involved in it, the society is also making pressure, but the medical health or the particular abortion of a particular children from a particular woman is not or could not be taken on the basis of emotion. There are certain various variables that are to be looked for, and these variables can only be understood by a highly qualified person such as doctors, and therefore a board of doctors which will consider, I think, three or four major you can say people belonging to the different sector who will have a issue on that, and there is a majority under which they will take the decision. Now she have the article, basically Tamachi Tagapan, whatever his name is or her name is, basically skewed the bias that there was this one psychiatrist who have said that the rape victim who was 13-year-old should not be allowed to go through abortion because it will create a psychological damage and irreparable damage for the longer term. Now he was talking about psychiatrists, but his decision was not followed. The abortion was gone through because the other two doctors who are in the same board, they were suggestive that this may also damage the probable social life or the probable life of learning she may find, or she may graduate, or she may be able to get herself financially independent over the time. So that's why the board have taken the decision. But please understand, this article is highly skewed. Okay, so you just read this article, but do not take it to your heart, because there are different other counter arguments that are against this particular Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act 2016. The furnace oil from the titanium factory has spilled in the sea on the Kerala coast. Now they are cleaning up. The cleaning up is basically can be of two types. Either there is artificial cleaning up, or either there could be the cleanup by the biomarkers. Okay. Next one is the 84-year-old mission on a conserve two rare mango varieties. So he is going to conserve parli jagah isko important nahi hai. Next one is the India-China agreed to return pre-April 2020 position. I have already told you. The next one is Himalaya host to complex processes. Now, there are various institutes that are there. They are talking about that whether the Himalayas, the construction dam that is currently building, they are responsible. He have said that from the initial evidence, we know that there was a slippage of the rock, and the slippage of the rocks may be happening because of the increase in temperature, and according to which the one side of the rock fell into the water, accompanied by the ice and the water. This actually lead to the increase in the water, and so much the water gushes up and provided flooding in the region. The next one is the 2.2% UAP cases from 2016 to 2019 ended in conviction, but they were arrested of approximately 5,450. Why this data is important? The paper just want to highlight that under the UAPA, more people are arrested, but the conviction is less because the government is arresting on its own will. Okay, UAPA is a type of a preventive detention law. You can arrest the people on the pretext of that these people may consume certain nuisance in the future that may create a discord in the society. The next news is related to Indo-Pacific as an important partner. India is an important partner in the Indo-Pacific region. This is said by United States of America. So they are looking at the regional development and they have said that India is an important partner. But I think already you have known that in according to the Joe Biden government, there are three nations that are more important as compared to China with respect to the, we can say, containment of the China, we can say. So, इसको याद रखिएगा. Now, China had no role in Sri Lanka decision on ACT. India and Japan has been the contract that India and Japan has been developing on the Eastern Container Terminal has been expunged, and this this expungation have come in the backdrop of the India allowing the swap facility with the Sri Lankan, and they have been denied the swap facility. So these are the all happenings that are currently happening in India. Now it was also probable that Sri Lanka's decision with respect to the scrapping of India and Japan from this particular may be taken on the Chinese pressure, but we are not very sure of it, and Chinese have already said that this is not how the things have happened. The next one is the exporters sent an SOS after budget jolt. So there were two things that they were talking about. They were talking about the disallowal of the IGST refunds. So if there are exporters, they were allowed IGST fund, the taxes that they have already paid, now they are being cancelled. The second one is the confiscation of the goods. If there is a particular custom officer who highlights that there is problem with respect to the exports that are going out of the country. So that is what they have said and they have flagged it. So we will have to see what the government will come up or whether they come up with any solution or not. So I think that is it for today.